Howdy everyone and Happy New Year's to all. This is Sky High Ken bringing you a new video for the start of this year. For this particular video, I want it to be very specific and very special. Not just to me, but something that is impactful in a meaningful way to all of us. But with that said, please as always like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this, but let's definitely get on to this. So in a lot of past videos, I normally talk about, saving your finances and trying to be very mindful of what you spend your money on, because you want to make sure that you have a safe amount of income for any emergencies that happen. And while I still hold very much true to that, the title does say a lot about this video, and that comes to the main point of the most memorable thing that you can do for yourself is buy memories. Now, what exactly do I mean by buying memories? In essence, what I truly mean by that is you spend the amount of your time with your friends, your family, that yes, it may cost you money, but it still brings you the most memorable and happiest moments in your life. Because the one thing that we can never truly replace is the time that we've neglected to spend it with the things that bring us the most meaningful joy in life. And with the word meaning being the biggest indicator for the video. To me, the word meaning didn't have too much of an impact up until a pretty key pivotal moment in my life where I received what was called a performance improvement plan in one of my jobs that I formerly had. And this performance improvement plan kind of made me realize that the work that I was doing was not meaningful to the impact of the company. Now, you're kind of wondering, well, why are you talking about a company and not memories of making it with your family and friends? That's kind of the point that I actually do want to emphasize, and that is I spent a lot of meaningful hours, meaningful time trying to really study up on my career, reevaluating exactly what I was doing for the job, and even spending all nights just trying to figure out ways that I can improve in order to try to once again beat this performance improvement plan. And it took a lot out of me. It not only took a lot out of me, but it also took time out of the most meaningful thing that I actually truly had, which was within my reach. It was my friends and it was my family, and especially my girlfriend, my mother, my father, my brother, and once again, my friend group. Now, yes, you can kind of weigh in the options where it's like, should I beat this performance improvement plan, or do I accept the inevitable that you are going to get fired, which eventually, yes, I did get let go from the job, versus just trying to coast by through this thing that this company gave me so that way I can actually just spend it with my friends and family the way I truly want to do it, the way that makes me happy. I put a lot of meaning in my career when that meaning should have been shifted in something that actually brings me joy. Not something that brings me the career growth that I can hopefully still earn money, because that's not going to make me happy. And for those of you that are not truly aware of what a performance improvement plan is, it's essentially a document that lists out pretty much reasons that you have not been meeting specific expectations within a job. And if you do not meet those expectations, then you will get fired within a specific amount of time. You're given goals and layouts by your supervisor that you're told to do X, Y, and Z. Now, of course, my performance improvement plan was made fairly vague, in my opinion, to where I couldn't quite understand what the metrics and goals were for this in order to actually beat it and just get on with my day. I pretty much wasted 3 months so stressed out that I really missed out on a lot of true meaningful aspects of my life that actually made me happy, where when I was just trying to struggle just to make sure that I could at least keep this job, and I know that's a reality for a lot of us, it was just inevitable that I was going to lose it. When you accept the fate that you don't need something that is not going to fulfill your aspirations, such as a brand new car, a brand new watch, a brand new TV, anything in that sort of realm. And for me, that was achieving a career goal that I really wanted to build for myself. You start to realize that you're just fighting an uphill battle, and you start to lose what actually is within your scope and sight of your best support group, your friends, the people that truly love you and the people that truly want to be there for you, that want to have fun. They want to create those meaningful memories. And looking back on this previous job, I realized that it didn't make me happy. I could have just did the job normally as is, as I could have done it. And after work, I could have just been as happy or just nonchalant that I'm still with my friends. I'm still making those memorable joys of my life. That small thing, and once again, I compared this career to something that's a material. I know that's crazy to say, but I compare this career, yes, to like a material that it's not going to make me fulfilled. It's not going to make me happy with myself. What I personally found to be the most happiest moments in my life were spending my time, my video game time, through Discord or my dates with my girlfriend or my family or my brother. Those were, in my opinion, the most memorable times that I spent. And, sometimes money would be spent. Money going out to a arcade or going to a restaurant. That's kind of what I mean by spending your money on memories that will make them very impactful and last forever. And I know that a lot of us are very stingent on what we spend, and I myself included, very much so. But once again, you live on this world for God knows how long with what mortal realm that we have here with our lives. We don't know what's beyond everything. And really, the best experience to have in this world is to create the memories that will make us want to progress further in life, that make us actually happy, and once again, make a meaningful impact to ourselves and to others. But once again, something that is just very meaningful to you, something that you love with your heart. And sometimes that meaning to create those memories can once again just be going out to a nice coffee shop and reading a book, or even buying that book that you want, that manga that you really wanted to look into, the Lego set. It's about creating those memories, going to the movies and remembering those days where you watched that one old movie. For me, that was Star Wars with my family, Episode 3. It was very nostalgic. It's very beautiful, and those are the types of buying your memories that I really urge everyone to think upon. Now, for those of you that say, I cannot even afford to go out to have fun, that's not what I mean at all. That the part where I mean like going out to having a coffee and, buying a coffee or buying that book that you want, it's not about paying for it. It's about the living experience of that point in time. And, a lot of people will say time is money. Your time is, of course, the time that you spend that makes you the happiest, the most meaningful way that you enjoy your life. And that could be with your friends or family. Now, personally for me, that was creating dreams. That was creating lifelong memories and dreams that can not only support myself, but everlasting impacts on this world. And one of the biggest things that I think is the biggest dream, the biggest meaningful thing that I would like to do in 2026 is this channel. It's to bring you the insightful idea of what goes on in my mind as someone who's a Gen Z adult. And finally, really the ultimate goal that I always wanted to have wasn't having an unlimited amount of money or looking like a sexy Chad from an endless cycle of going back from red pill to black pill philosophy. It really just came down to having a traditional life of friends, a love life, family, and one day just having my own family and children. Those are what I want to create. Those are the memories that I want to build and make eventually for myself. And once again, this YouTube channel has been one of the best avenues I can express this. Not only what I feel, but how many of us feel. And that was creating goals that create the greatest dreams for us all. And there is something kind of interesting that I did want to mention, particularly also about this video, which has to do with a Instagram account called Project 1356. And to just kind of summarize what the Instagram channel was trying to get accomplished was, from the start of 1,356 days, he would write down a countdown on a marker up until day 0. And it became a pretty big thing, actually. Even Mr. Beast, of all people, commented on this Instagram post. So it became a big spread for sure, up until the end of January 1st of 2026, where he finally made his YouTube video about 6 goals that he wanted to try to achieve within those amount of days, hence why it's called Project 1356. Now, unfortunately, he only completed 2 out of these 6 goals from the video that he says, but it really wasn't about achieving the goals that he wanted to do. In fact, sometimes the goals that you try to set for yourself, they will fail. And in some regards, that's fine. That's okay. It really wasn't, as they always say, about the destination. It was about the journey of trying to get to those goals. And the impact shows from this young man's YouTube video, from his Instagram page as well. The idea of the project for him was to transform his mindset, his values, and overall his lifestyle. And he learned that priorities changed over time and that focusing on one goal at a time is more realistic than chasing many at once. And eventually, this actually inspired other people to start their own countdowns within the comments section. They would say that I'm going to get married in the next 100 days, or I'm going to go ahead and lose weight within the next year, or etc., etc. It's kind of a beautiful thing to mention because it's meaningful. It's a meaningful impact that people like them set up these goals, set up these dreams, because it created very valuable memories. It created the best memories for the people commenting in the sections, probably saying that I finally achieved X, Y, and Z, or I finally did this, or I finally did that. I finally reached, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I finally became a platinum rank on League of Legends. It could be anything that you want to say, or I even benched 225 pounds on bench press. The whole point of this is that the goals are, once again, to have a transformational, life-altering look on yourself that creates meaning for you. That's what these memories are supposed to do at the end of the day. They're supposed to transform your mindset so that way you come out as a new human being. And it doesn't even have to be on New Year's Eve, or it doesn't even have to be during New Year's. It can be set anytime, anywhere, at any point in life. And it shouldn't even be limited to, once again, always the New Year's. And really, that's kind of the main point of today's video, is create those memories. Create those goals, those dreams, those aspirations that you've really been wanting to get out of your chest for a while. And I even suggest keep them to yourselves too. If you banter on saying that I'm going to do this to your friends or etc., that it's going to lose the meaning. But keep your friends also a part of that joyride too, because once again, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey and doing it along with your friends or family or anyone that makes you happy. Make sure that those aspirations aren't being spent on something that is going to make you happy, knowing from my mistakes that, once again, I missed out on 3 months of focusing, once again, on my performance improvement plan when I could have been actually focusing on the things that truly made me happy, which, once again, were my friends, my family, starting the YouTube channel, which I actually did, funny enough. I did start my YouTube channel, I just wasn't consistent, or anything else that actually made me more productive, living a more fruitful lifestyle that, once again, transforms how I perceive the world. But I think that should do it for this video. As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more like this one. Once again, Happy New Year's to everyone. I'm hoping that we can start new memories, new goals, and new dreams that we really want to do. This is Sky High Ken signing out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.